Hey guys, my name is Steven.
My name is Eddie.
My name's Matt.
And we are Geeking and Drinking. So this is going to be our first episode that we've done or that we're doing. So what as we're doing, we are three brothers. We just were hanging out one day and decided, you know what, hey, we need to just do something, for fun, maybe record ourselves or something. So we decided, we want to do a show. Let's call it Geeking and Drinking, and that's what this is. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about different types of topics. Eddie can fill you in on that.
Well, I mean, pretty much it started with us texting all the time, constantly texting, about anything happening, everything going on, like, who was casting what or what rumors were heard. Every time we got out of a movie.
And all while we were drinking beer.
Oh, yeah. If there's a new movie came out, the first few people I text are my brothers, to like just geek out about it. So, yeah, that was the basis of the starting the show is, why don't we do that, but record it. So here we are. And another thing that we love is drinking delicious beer, and not
just
any regular
type
beer.
Especially Texas crafted beer. On this show today, particularly, we're going to be featuring Freetail's Oktoberfiesta. It's a fall seasonal beer. Usually around this time, a lot of breweries start coming out with their Oktoberfest brews, and a lot of them are really delicious. Some of them are, stand out than others. This is one of the ones that's really unique and delicious, so I recommend it.
Especially for the season of fall during Oktoberfest. All other breweries are going to be introducing their versions of their Oktoberfest, but in my opinion, I think Oktoberfiesta has got a little bit more unique flavor than some of the other ones that are out there.
I mean, if you enjoy, good beer, you want to try new beer, give them a try. Freetail is a very good company. They're San Antonio based, and like I said, check them out. You can visit the brewery. They have a tap room. You can find their beer. If you're at HEB or anything like that.
Check their website for all that kind of info.
So check them out.
They even have a pub brewery.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Off of 1604, where they actually serve food, really good food too. One of my favorite things there is the macaroni and cheese pizza.
Oh yeah.
With bacon bits.
Well, I don't know about macaroni.
That's
I like the Philly cheesesteak that they had there. That was pretty delicious.
Yeah, that's really good. To their meatball sub is really good.
Oh, we'll eat there.
So
yeah,
but
I had it.
so
Old enough.
Here we are. We're gonna crack open one of these delicious Oktoberfiestas from Freetail Brewery. Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah, that's really good.
It does taste better than most Oktoberfest I had.
So
we're gonna be here. We're just gonna talk about different stuff. As for our first episode, we decided, you know what? There's DC just announced that they're gonna be doing their new streaming service.
Well, I mean, it was announced a while ago, but it's starting to get rolling.
But it's
shows.
starting to get close to it being available for viewers and fans to watch and stuff. And it's pretty much what it's going to be featuring just their.
It's gonna be featuring just their content from new to old, from animated movies to comic books to live action TV shows. So looks like it'll be a fun, very, very well. Even
some of their old stuff too, right? Like, is the Christopher Reeve's Superman is going to be on there?
Old classic movies.
How about that Batman with Val Kilmer?
Probably.
I don't know. It seems to be a trend going around now that all these big companies are coming out with their own streaming services. I mean, of course you've had Netflix for a long time. Hulu came out a while back. Amazon, and they've been successful. I know. I'm not sure if it was a year ago or probably a little bit more than that, but CBS came out with their own streaming service where they have CBS All Access, where they aired a brand new Star Trek show that's pretty well, pretty well received. So this seems to be a trend going around because not only is DC, planning on releasing this streaming service, but Disney as well. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, you're a fan of Marvel like we are, that's something to be excited about. But on the other hand, it's just something like it's another thing you gotta pay for.
I actually read somewhere though that Disney isn't gonna be featuring Star Wars movie outside of the new trilogy, just the new ones that have been out for the last year or two. Nothing like
not the prequels
or the original
three.
Because something about distributing rights or something like that.
Well, they have a deal with I forgot the company name, but it's the company that owns TBS and TNT on cable, and they have a deal with them to where they could the TBS and TNT could air those movies, for so long. And I think Disney tried to get out of that deal, but I don't know, maybe it didn't work out. Maybe but yeah, maybe that's something to do with it. But I mean, one of the things that is happening for that Disney streaming service is which I'm excited about, and which really makes me want to get the service. It's two things: the Clone Wars is returning.
Yes,
which
I was super excited. I'm not gonna lie, I drew a tear when I saw that trailer.
It was a good trailer. So that's gonna be only available on the streaming service.
Especially when Anakin saw Ahsoka.
I mean, I guess they saw how much people love Ahsoka because
I never.
I mean, I know you never really seen all of the original Clone Wars.
Yes, I have. No, I'm just kidding.
I only seen like episodes that would air on TV when I used to watch TV a lot.
At the moment, they are streaming on Netflix. I've watched them all, and it was a lot better than I expected it to be because it just being an animated series. I was kind of
I like the way the intro.
I was kind of like, I don't know about this, but it drew me in, it got me in, and then when they introduced the Anakin's apprentice, Ahsoka Tano, Snips, I was just like, she's my favorite character.
Sky guy, really.
Because her and Anakin in the show kind of had,
same type of attitude.
Yeah, like
they're both
angry.
They didn't not
angry,
but
they both
they
were
questioned. They were risk takers, and they questioned the Jedi Order.
Mm-hmm.
They really wanted to do stuff, but of course the Jedi
they were being held back.
Would hold them back a little bit. But Anakin being Anakin would teach her his kind of loopholes, I guess you can say. His arrogant ways.
I'm getting those prequel vibes. I mean, I love him, but man, like I can see why a lot of people don't like him as
I think people
Vader, and he's just so.
I think people like the animated version of Anakin Skywalker than they did the live action and the prequels.
I mean, I don't know.
In the shows, it's different than the movie. Man, I haven't watched all of the shows, but the ones I did watch were pretty interesting. Even the ones that didn't have to deal with Anakin and Ahsoka or the main story, just side like filler episodes. Those were still pretty interesting. But like my brother said, I'm gonna have to go back.
That's a lot to catch up.
Watch all the 6 seasons on Netflix.
Yeah, that's the only thing I started watching them and again, I'm just like, man, there's so much to watch. And I just lose track of it, but I mean, I want to finish it. How many
episodes are in the season?
It's just like any other show. They're almost like 20 something.
Right, 6 seasons.
Yeah, 6 seasons. This is gonna be the 7th one coming out. But going back to our main topic is that now that's only gonna be available through the Disney.
Yeah, and on top of that, another Star Wars. A new Star Wars show, a live-action Star Wars show, which is being directed by Jon Favreau, who obviously did Iron Man 2, The Jungle Book. He's doing Lion King. He's also a big Star Wars nerd, and he's directing a live-action Star Wars series.
He's developing.
Didn't he also play?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
What was his involvement in Solo? I know he did. He had some involved.
He just made a cameo. I think that's all I heard. He just was a cameo, and he didn't have much to do with it other than that.
I thought he was like a droid or something.
Yeah, he was a droid. Yeah. But yeah, that show also, which we really haven't heard much of. It's just
as of yet.
Yeah, but it's gonna be only available on that streaming service.
I heard that it's supposed to be based about the Mandalorians after like Order 66, I believe, or
after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that should be good to explore. They did explore the Mandalorians and Rebels and Clone Wars.
What do y'all really think, though? I mean, having all these streaming services for just for us to be watching a lot of things that we like.
It does suck because right now, like even with the few that we have, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. I mean, I have to pick and choose which ones I want because we have Netflix.
But the Amazon's good because they have.
Amazon is great. I love Amazon.
They have like all recent movies. You have HBO movies, Showtime movies.
Amazon.
Well, some of the Showtime and HBO stuff is not available, and some of it is.
Yeah, because HBO also has their own streaming.
Yeah, but like, it's just gonna be more of a headache, and it's just gonna kind of go back to like why people were stopping to use satellite and cable services, because they can get a streaming service and get shows that were on cable and satellite with no commercials. And the fact that they would have to wait a year to watch it, when it would become available.
Small price to pay.
But we would wait. That's how I watched How I Met Your Mother.
I watched Ash vs. Evil Dead because it appeared on Netflix, and unfortunately it only lasted 3 seasons, but it was a good show, and it's very violent, gory if you're into that stuff.
Especially if you love
the old Evil Dead movies. It's
Evil Dead, or like one of my favorites was the Army of Darkness. That was great. I love that movie.
I still haven't seen it. You let me borrow it. I still haven't gotten around.
You need to watch it. It's funny. It's good. It's just one of those quirky movies, and it's just like great.
So how much? Do y'all know how much does Netflix cost right now? I know there's a version that's like a little more because it's 4K, like Ultra HD.
Roughly,
I think
for the 4K version and for up to 4 screens, I think it's $15 a month.
Yeah,
at least $15 a month.
See, so so let's say for
I know for some people they got like The Godfather in, but I think it still kind of went up. We used to pay the $9.99 a month.
I used to pay 11, and it went up to 11.
Yeah,
went up to 12.
Now we pay
up to
15.
More.
And same thing with the Hulu. I mean, even with Hulu too, you're getting streaming services, and they started offering live services as well.
Watching live TV.
Yeah,
I know you can watch live sports.
For sports. Which I did the free version for one game, but
so Netflix, roughly $13-15. Hulu 10, 11.
Or if you do the live services, it's $40.
$40.
And I know for if you want to add HBO or any other.
And then that's the other thing too. You got your add-ons. Your add-ons. Depending on what it is, HBO is like $15 more to add on.
HBO is always $15 anywhere you go.
Yeah, or you just download their own services.
I mean, isn't that
their personal app, which is the HBO Now, and you just pay $15.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's $15 regardless if you get. But okay, so that's already adding up right there,
And it's just so hard because there's so many shows on each of these formats that I love.
True.
And even in regular live TV, because I even do the Sling TV, which that's just depending on what you get is either $20 a month, or if you do the full package is again $40 a month.
Yeah.
But I watch it because obviously I watched AMC, The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Better Call Saul. I love those shows.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Freeform has the Marvel Cloak and Dagger.
Alone Together.
That's
the thing. All these. It wouldn't be such a big deal. Maybe one of them is like a weak link. But no, like each service has their strengths. Netflix has a lot of good shows. The Marvel shows are pretty good.
Shows. You have
Hulu.
Orange is the New Black on Netflix.
Like Hulu has really good originals. That just recently Castle Rock. That's pretty good. I started watching
still haven't seen that. I still need to get caught on that. But what I like to watch on Hulu is the Marvel Runaways.
And they just announced that a new season is going to be premiering this December.
Yes.
Yeah. See some, and then Amazon Amazon has great movies. Amazon Studios makes great movies, and the thing is, like, if you have Amazon, you get it for free. You don't have to, you don't have to, buy them. They're made by Amazon, so they're available on Amazon, Video, as long as you have the membership.
The Prime membership.
Yeah. Even something like you.
But what I was trying to get at is, like, eventually you're gonna have all these streaming services. And eventually it's going to start adding up to what people used to pay for satellite and cable, if you really think about it. And on top of that, you're still going with a satellite or cable company for internet services. Because you had to have some type of internet, internet to stream these services. Even with smart TVs and Apple TVs coming out, and you just download the apps, but. Yeah, the apps may be free, but you got to pay for the service.
I think it's so funny whenever and I'm sorry for any like older generation people that may be listening, when like when someone say mom would ask us, or she gets like a new TV and like she goes, oh, so that means if I download Netflix I get all this stuff. I'm like, no, you have to pay for membership. What? It's just like, you still gotta pay. It's not free.
Yeah.
That's how.
And by the way, I don't know if we mentioned this in the beginning, but we are 3 brothers that.
So we all share the same.
We all have. That's why when he says mom, we were talking about all 3 of our moms.
Yeah, we have the same mom.
Yeah,
and the same dad. We're brothers.
But yeah, I mean, at my job, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I get people who, mostly older people who look for Fire Sticks and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, so I just get this and plug in, I get to watch all of this." So,
no, exactly.
No, I mean, you could, but you gotta pay for it.
It's not that easy.
And I explain to them, like, if you have the services, you're paying for them already, yeah, you can watch them all, no problem. But if you're just buying it and you don't have nothing, then it's gonna be a problem, because you're gonna be like,
you're gonna be stuck with a Fire Stick.
Yeah, and you're gonna be stuck for apps that you can't watch because you don't have a membership.
Mm-hmm.
And then even like I was saying earlier, how all these platforms have their their strengths. Just recently, everybody was all buzzing about that Cobra Kai show on YouTube Red, and
I was really tempted to just get it just to watch that, but then I'll be like, well, what else is there,
But just there's not much there, But I mean, that shows like that
YouTube, they use their YouTube, like the biggest people they have on YouTube that have channels, and it's those annoying people like Logan Paul, or what his brother's name, that they make their own show, and they have their own like YouTube Red movie.
Yeah, but you may find them annoying, but they're obviously doing good for themselves as well too. So they're doing something right, and it's attracting viewership. So I mean, can't argue with that. What we're doing.
True.
We're sitting in front of the camera drinking beer.
Yeah. Trying to do our own show.
It's just like, but what I was getting at is that that show Cobra Kai getting so much buzz around it, getting so much positive feedback on it. That just shows that YouTube Red even has the potential to release good content, and so like I say, you're gonna want to watch this on Netflix, but then you want to watch this on Hulu, but then here comes Disney with new shows, new movies, stuff that's only available there. It's just like like you were saying earlier, you're gonna be stuck having to pay this and this to where it adds up to where you're gonna be paying the same thing you're paying with cable. And nowadays, I mean, everybody that I come across who has cable, they're always like, I don't even know why I have cable, because I never it's never nothing to watch. I'm just flipping through the channels,
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, if you go back with cable, you still can't even get the shows that you want to watch, because some of them are only available on the services. Like, that's gonna happen with when DC releases their streaming service. It's like a lot of fans, including myself, has been waiting for the third season of Young Justice, which that trailer just came out, a month ago or so. And
unfortunately,
oh yeah, didn't I tell you that? Didn't I text you? I was like, hey, that's only available on DC.
Yes, and I'm like, what?
And unfortunately, that was the announcement that DC was going to have their own universe. Cause
same thing with the live action Teen Titans. That's only going to be available on the DC services
also
too. Which I can see why it's going to be quite as dark as most of DC's content is.
Most darker than CW shows. I know Arrow dives in deep with, dark subjects other than most shows like The Flash or Supergirl.
But he doesn't go around screaming "fuck Batman," breaking guys' necks in the alley.
Well, I mean, it's he does shoot people with arrows.
But it's the content, the violent content of it is a little bit more mild than what Teen Titans looks like it's gonna be.
Cable censorship.
But I'm really intrigued. I mean, I may try to persuade my wife. Hey, I love you.
She's not watching.
I'm for sure gonna get it. I'm not sure if I want to pre-order, because we pre-order it's $74.99 for a year, and you get
you get
an additional.
How much is it?
That's the other thing too, is that you also get into these different packages. Do you want to go month to month, or you just pay a whole year, which sometimes that's good because it's a one-time payment. It's already done. You don't have to worry about
a lot of money up front.
Oh man, I got this and this to pay.
We have it low.
Which service do I want to keep? Do I want to keep Netflix or do I want to keep my Hulu service? Because right now Orange is the New Black just came out, but I also want to see the new Castle Rock.
It's got Green Light for season 2. So
there's a lot of Netflix shows that I haven't seen.
Lately,
I've been just scrolling through Netflix, just trying to watch anything, and that's why it makes me want to cancel.
I need to watch Ozark.
Ozark is so good.
Really good, and they got their new season 2
coming out next week.
Yeah,
25th.
Soon.
The only reason that stopped me from canceling Netflix is just the Marvel shows. Iron Fist is premiering in next month, or
I think so.
Yes,
next month.
I believe in September.
And we just had Luke Cage premiere not too long ago either,
and then Daredevil season 3.
This fall.
How much better do you guys think the Iron Fist character was in that one episode of Luke Cage than in the first season and in the Defenders?
I was geeking out so much when him and Luke were together. And it's like,
fighting.
It's the Heroes for Hire, and then when Misty Knight and what's that? I forget the name. It's blanking right now. Colleen Wing, when they were together, Sisters of the Dragon, I believe that's her name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not in a mean way. I was just like, she has her metal arm. I was like,
and she's gonna come on.
She was. I was like,
Misty Knight will be making her presence in Iron Fist season 2.
So I love that, and he was a lot better, a lot more. He was a lot more chill in a good way. He was just so. He was there. He was the same way I felt about Anakin in the prequels. It's like so whiny. I was just like,
even in Defenders too. He was so whiny. He just kept repeating himself. I'm the immortal Iron Fist. Okay, we know. Yes, you're the Iron Fist. We get it.
You're the Iron Fist.
Fought a dragon. Cool.
Yeah, you fought a dragon, but everybody.
I wish we would have seen that, but
everybody's mad about that. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but he does look a lot better in this one. I'm glad that they incorporated his original costume somehow. They
mainly just a mask.
Yeah, it's mainly like a flashback scene, but I mean it's still cool. I mean, because how would they incorporate that into a to where it won't look silly when he's running around with
I mean, Daredevil did it in Defenders when he took Jessica Jones' scarf.
Well, he did. He also did it the whole first season.
And yeah, the whole first season too. So I think it could have been done.
But it worked.
He's just cooler though, man.
But I guess what makes it better is because since he was blind, you don't have to cut the eye holes out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's funny. I just realized that he literally was dressed like Iron Fist.
But I mean, that was in the comic book. Yeah, he was wearing the black suit for a while.
That was the Frank Miller version.
Wow.
Yeah.
Plus,
Still.
I mean, Daredevil's
I mean, yeah,
way
I'm
cooler
just
than
saying.
Iron Fist. Yeah, guys. So go ahead and we'd love to hear back from y'all. Comment below down in the comment section. Let us know what your favorite streaming service is. Are you guys gonna get the Disney or the DC streaming services? Let us know. We'd love to hear back from y'all. This is our first episode, so we appreciate all the support we can get. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Geekin Drinkin podcast, and on Twitter and Instagram at Geekin_Drinkin. Once again, that's at Geekin_Drinkin. Go ahead and find us on Twitter, Instagram, and just stay tuned for more stuff. We're gonna be releasing as much as we can.
As much content as we can.
As much content as we can, if not every week, every 2 weeks. But we'll be here every week. But
depends on scheduling conflicts.
but every episode we're gonna be featuring a new beer. So just stay tuned.
And we're also like to thank Freetail for allowing us to feature their beers, especially Oktoberfest, which is in season right now. If you want, you can go follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's right there on the corner of the can, or you can visit their website at freetailbrewing.com.
Alright, guys. So
once again, I'm Eddie,
Steven,
Matt,
and we'll see you next time.